Seriously. Actually is. It's great. It's not
So
bad. You were technically right.
okay, so technically I was right. All right, so on the red team, we have Ark playing a Guardian, Alice playing a Necromancer, two Warriors for the red team, Bullet and Miss, as well as a Thief is going to be Feel. For the blue team, we have Heal on a Guardian, Floppy, I believe that's how you say the name, on a Engineer, Y Blaba, sure, on a Mesmer, Rokin, we'll call him Rico because that's the way my brain sees the name. Playing a thief and Kal Hill playing an elementalist.
Kyle, yeah,
Kal
that's the
Hill.
one.
You know what? I would really like for these players to actually have names that are pronounceable. That would just be that would
You
be
get used to it when you're in the EU, man.
gosh,
You
some of
get
these
very, very much used to it.
it's not just in the European version, it's in the North American scene as well. Like people just have like these long names with like 9 different vowels. You're just like, you're Steve. You're just going to be Steve because I am not trying to pronounce that. There have been times when I used to co-cast with Kenneth Maddock where we're just like, yep, you're Steve and you're Joe because it's just ridiculously big. So match is going to start up here soon. Let's take a look at the split here. And shortly, in about 10 seconds, we will be watching the split and seeing whether they're going to be, whether or not we're going to actually see any intense middle fighting, or if both the side points are going to be captured right away, and they're going to go for the creatures. What do you think we're going to see here?
Well, typically, I mean, with FroG, we actually saw they changed their tactic last week when I streamed them every single time they went in. So I am not sure. I mean, they did all go up to the mid last time, leaving the boss and also just leaving one guy on to cap their close point.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like the red team have actually decided to go around the back this time, but both have got both their bunkers straight in the middle. With red coming back up, it looks like they're
Yeah,
getting a bit delayed at the back
Yeah,
there.
unfortunately, BYOB is actually a little bit delayed there. We are going to see FroG actually come up with 3 members. The engineer actually coming up from the bottom right there. That is going to be Floppy, trying to do some good damage there as well. We do see some sanctuaries being dropped there onto the midpoint as well. We do also see the supply drop being dropped. Flame Turret not really doing anything right now because the engineer doesn't have anyone targeted. That is going to be the first stomp there onto Arc, unfortunately going to be going down there. So blue team a little bit ahead right now.
Yeah, Bullet actually did quite well. Unfortunately, he was trying to get one of the blue team just off the steps. He was trying to get him out of the fight, but actually didn't realize that someone on his team went down, so he couldn't get back in. He's probably the best one to go for the res, since he seems to be quite a bunker orientated warrior.
Yeah.
He's running the hammer and the longbow, so he's got a couple of signets going there, so he's gonna be. He would have been useful for the res, but unfortunately, he was out. He was doing his job, but it was a bit far out of the fight, and
Yeah.
they've just taken out Rocker as well.
Yeah, right now, actually kind of a odd fight in the middle below the keep here. We are seeing quite a few members of both teams here. Alice actually is getting very, very low, doing a nice job at trying to dodge out of the way, but unfortunately she does go down there. Can her team res her? We are seeing the rock coming out down from the Elementalist here. Lots of AoE damage coming out as well. We are going to see that goo drop and do some nice crippling damage as well here. Unfortunately, both side points are capped for both teams right now. Blue team, which is going to be FroG, is a little bit in an early lead here, but both their points are going to be contested here. Over here on the Henge is going to be taken by Feel right now, and Feel's going to have a easy point at just completely contesting this nonchalantly.
Pretty much. I mean, they've gone pretty much full in FroG at the moment. They've just dedicated the whole team. I think yeah. I mean, they were winning the team fights and stuff there. So I'm not sure exactly why they went all in. I mean, they're leaving. Oh, their closes. FroG's just going for their close now as well, going for the BYOB's
Hmm.
close. There's a nice little fight between Alice and Rocker at the moment. I'm not sure who's going to win this, Necro and a Thief. I would bet my money on the Necro, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, he's running a lot of spectral skills there.
Well,
Death Shroud as
yeah.
well.
Right now, the thief from FroG right now taking a lot of damage, but he's also delivering a ton of damage right there as well. Alice unfortunately going down almost instantaneously with a large crit going to be stomped out there as well. And let's take a look back over into the mid fight here. Let's take a look at Arc once again. Unfortunately going down. He does have that wave of light available, but he is not going to be able to use it there. He does get knocked back once again here. Taking a look at Bullet's point of view as well here. That Hammer Warrior doing a ton of damage from the AoE there. Unfortunately getting knocked back once again here. Arc still very, very low at about half halfway. Lots of dots on him right now. Can he
Getting
get up?
rest.
Can he get up? Very, very close here. Unfortunately, Bullet is going to go down here as well. Once again, Arc does get stomped out once again as well. And Bullet here very, very low and going to be stomped out by the Frog team once again here. Taking a look at the Thief point of view onto the side here, he actually did have to retreat there, unfortunately. And that is one thing that he's going to try and do and trying to come back here and try and take the red team's point once again.
They're all chasing him as well. They're just going down him on going down the hill after him. It's quite. They really wanted to get that field. I mean, I've said it before. A good thief is a patient thief,
Yes.
and Phil knew that he wasn't going to get anywhere there, so just bailed and not giving them an extra 5 points. I mean, there's still it's 115 to red, 152 to the blue at the moment to Frog. So it's by no means it's over. We've still got the two bosses. They get a boss kill. They're back in this, and the other one as well. They can actually be ahead and get the stats. There's a lot of fighting going on around the map at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, Roka does go down. He's going to actually be a bleed out, but no, actually does not bleed out. And now, I apologize.
It's come for the full-on kill.
Yeah, the Batwing actually comes out and kills him pretty hardcore there. Unfortunately, we are seeing Phil, my love, right now very, very low, but she is going to be able to try and cap this point once again here. And Floppy is actually doing a pretty good job at really kind of defensing this point right now. One thing that we need to kind of keep in mind here as well as a thief, you really want to make sure that your heal is kind of on that cooldown, because once you start losing health, you're going to have a hard time actually trying to do anything. Unfortunately, you do see her go down pretty quickly once again.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there. Didn't get away on time. I mean, looking at Floppy's spec, this is very much something that Teldo used to run. His spec, I've just starting to play around with Engineer myself as well. He's got a lot of swiftness, and he's when he's changing kits, he's got two kits, and he's got the slick shoes utility as well, which is very, very useful, especially when you're supporting in the mid now. He's got that heel down.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to get around the point and dodge and just duck out of there straight away.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if we watch him play, he's very, very kind of durable, but unfortunately, we see both members of the red team really kind of open up on him really, really quick there. The mid is just kind of uncontested. A lot of the fights being kind of
Just got rezzed as well.
Yes, he did. You know, one thing that I believe that the BYOB kind of needs to really do right now is really control their side points. They're not doing a very good job. If we look at both side points right now, they're actually FroG just capped the side point of the which is the mine, and they're really trying to go for the henge as well. And actually, right now, it looks like BYOB is actually doing a very, very good job against a Miss, which is one of the warriors. Excuse me, not Miss.
Phil, my love,
Phil, my
yeah,
love,
just actually almost got the kill, but Floppy has just come back to support. But he did actually get the decap on that, so he has just actually saved BYOB just from some points there on the actual close point of blue, and the blue and actually securing the opposite team's close point as well. Now mid is the only secure point at the moment, so the red are actually coming back. Be right back. Got that team in my head at the moment. BYOB are coming back now. There's only 40 points in it, so it's 264 to FroG and 227 to BYOB.
Yeah, so far, both teams are actually doing a pretty good job at just kind of making sure that both their points are really, really kind of not contested. But right now, I believe that FroG is going to really kind of have to try and go for this midpoint. They really need that midpoint to kind of feel a little bit more secure. And the point advantage here, it is about 237 to 275 in favor of FroG. We are seeing a pretty heavy fight here onto the mine right now. Alice taking a ton of damage, a lot of condition damage on her right now. She does pop that life force there. Unfortunately, that goes down almost instantaneously. She's doing a pretty good job at actually trying to dodge right now. But unfortunately, we are going to see Ka, which is one of the elementalists for the blue team, being able to stomp her out right there as well. And unfortunately, right now, Arc is having a tough time defending against the BYOB team members right now.
Yeah, it's a bit. The fighting is all over the shop at the moment, and we've got some fighting off point from in various points at the moment. Mine is getting hit extremely hard at the moment. FroG really want that far point, and they've got henge, and it looks like they have actually solidified themselves at mine, but then Alice is coming back in now as the Necro, probably going for a fear, try and get them out of the point, try and hold it for as long as he can, but actually went down extremely fast there.
Yeah, the power of the thief right now just so strong, dealing a lot of crit damage and a lot of just heavy burst damage right now. We are seeing quite a number of AoE skills going down here, kind of right by Svanir. Unfortunately, not doing a lot of damage as much as the thief would like to, but we are seeing Bullet Tooth, which is one of the thieves for BYOB, trying to deal some bow damage, not doing much of anything. We are going to take a look at Ricky as Roka as well. I apologize.
That's the one.
There we go.
Rocker.
All right, so doing a pretty good job at just kind of dodging everywhere. And, one thing that's going to be really interesting to kind of see is how teams are going to adjust to the meta with the new patch preview that was just posted. That's going to be a kind of a big deal changer in my opinion right now. So, right now the Thief is just doing a good job at just kind of dodging everywhere, but that's going to be changed come around in December. So it'll be interesting to see how well that teams can actually kind of adapt to that kind of stuff.
I think this is good. I mean, this is the kind of time where where I think SPVP is really interesting because people have got so many different specs as well. So, and when we were doing the SO earlier this week, it was there was so many different specs. Even with the Warriors, like they think there's this meta which you have to play, and which is just not true.
Well, no, I mean, if we take a look at FroG right now, they're not running a single warrior, and BYOB right now is running 2 warriors, and that hasn't really helped them much at all. I mean, if we take a look at Heal Forever right now, she's doing a really, really good job at just kind of keeping both these warriors at bay and really kind of making sure that this point stays decapped. Right now, they are about 70 points away from a victory. It's also very interesting to point out that no teams have actually gone for the NPCs the entire game.
That is exactly right, mate. They've not even bothered going for it. Probably BYOB needed. They're losing all these team fights at the moment, so they probably needed to get the bosses done to get some extra stats just to boost their power in these fights and boost everything. Really, I mean, Heal, like you said, is doing a very awesome job. Pretty much running the same spec that is the meta from the previous patches, which is very much a shout orientated spec. So removing conditions on each shout, and then with the soldier rune set as well. So he's any conditions on him he's getting rid of, and also his allies. So he's doing a very good job. Solid spec, very well practiced as well.
Yeah, I mean, if we also just kind of look at Roka right now, he's, as you saw, just kind of bouncing around the map right now. And we do see BYOB actually take control of their mine right now, but unfortunately, blue team's going to take the mid, which is a very, very hard point to get back, especially when you're running a 2-warrior composition. And also taking a look at the Henge right now, we are seeing YoBlob and Miss actually fight it out right now, doing a pretty good job. YoBlob in a little bit of trouble there, but he does have some backup now from Floppy. Floppy, again, just a very, very excellent engineer, and probably one of the MVPs of this match right now. Unfortunately, we did just see Bullet Time go down as well, and Miss is going to go down here as well. And that is going to be another stomp there for the blue team, securing them the win, and they are going to move 1 game ahead in this best of 5.